Hey everybody, welcome to the Geekdom. Today I'm going to do a quick book review, and the reason it's going to be so quick is because I'm doing a review on book 2 of the Conclave of Shadows, which I believe is called The King of Foxes by Raymond Feist. And I really enjoyed book 2 because it was a really great transition from book 1. I've read books by Feist before where book 1 and book 2, something in between happens where it's blown up so huge that it's not convincing, and I really don't like books like that where something happens or something blows up and it happens so fast, or it just didn't have a line or a series of events that made sense to lead up to that big event or that big blow up or whatever. And you know, a lot of people love Raymond Feist and they might enjoy that about him. However, I don't really find books like that appealing. So The Wheel of Time I really didn't like so much. The Sword of Truth I really didn't like so much, because these kind of stories that something small and then all of a sudden something huge happened, like out of the blue, and I really don't I find that interesting. I like being led into things, and I like things to be relatively simple. I don't know, just, I guess I'm a boring person, but that's basically how I feel. And what I like about my stories is, you know, if something huge is going to happen, I'd rather be eased into it rather than just thrown in the mix. And this story was really great at giving me what I wanted. And, you know, we just have Talon continuing his goals, and, you know, he's working for the Conclave, he's still doing his job, and he's also working towards his revenge, and it all wraps up nicely, and it's just great. And the pacing was amazing. I mean, of course there were slow moments, but when you were really into it, you just could not put the book down. And I really found that this story was really easy to get into, really nice and enjoyable, and I was really impressed. I mean, the only thing is, while I enjoyed the pacing and the storyline in these two books more than any of Raymond Feist's other books, the only thing is the characters weren't as interesting. I mean, you're mostly following Talon around, so you don't really, and you're not given a lot of information about the other characters surrounding Talon. You don't really get a connection with them or a feel for them, so you don't really love the characters surrounding Talon. It's mostly just Talon. And even Talon, he's not the most interesting character. Raymond Feist has created so many other characters that I love so much more than Talon. And Pug actually happens to be one of my favorites, especially when he was younger. And then you have Eric von Darkmoor, very interesting character. Even Nakor, who doesn't really get, like, he isn't really a main character, at least not in any of the books that I read. Even he's more of an interesting character than Talon and the characters of this book. I mean, Nakor, or whatever his name is, did make a feature in these books, but not the way he had in other books. So while I enjoyed the pacing and the story and everything, I felt like there was no character connection, and it wasn't Raymond Feist's best character. So yeah. But it really transitioned well, and at the end you're given like this feel-good feeling. And you know, sometimes I just really like that classic easy pacing, very, I don't want to say basic, because it definitely has Raymond Feist's style and Raymond's style and flair to it, and you can definitely tell it's him. But I felt like it wasn't as big as the other stories that Raymond Feist has conducted, and I thought that's nice, because sometimes Raymond Feist takes it too far, which some people love. They can handle all that. I can't really handle too much craziness. But all in all, I really enjoyed the story. All I can complain about is that I felt like there was no connection between the characters. And there's there's 3 books, so there's one more book that I have to read, but I felt like 1 and 2 go together. Like when you finish 2, you feel like you finished the entire series. And so I read the back of 3, and it seems like we're going to be following a new character. So I'm going to see what's going to happen there and how that works out, and it should be fun. And so look forward to my review of Book 3 of the Conclave of Shadows. Thank you for your time. Bye.